Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode. This is already episode 4 of our LinkedIn Inspiration. There you go. So inspiration on LinkedIn, your weekly dose of inspiration, motivation, and excellence. This is your mentor, your buddy to success, the corporate trainer and soft skills guru, mentor Myron Santana. And it's my pleasure to come back on this beautiful Thursday. And remember what I told you before, I call Thursday as Thirst Day. And the first syllable is spelled as Thirst. Thirst for new or additional knowledge, skills, abilities, and attitudes so that we can be successful, or better yet, more successful in this new normal scenario. And you guys should look forward to this event. If you guys are not here yet, be here with us. And if you guys would like to, share this with your friends, your family, your coworkers, your neighbors, and even strangers, go ahead. Go ahead and spread the good news that today, from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., we're going to learn something new. We're going to be inspired again. We're going to be motivated deep inside so that we can continue with our journey to our ideals, to our aspirations, to our destiny in life, so that we can be excellent. And let me tell you this early, that our topic for today is not only relevant, but also timely. Why? Our topic for today is financial education and everything you need to know about it. And I don't want to delay this any further, all right? But before I go ahead and do that, I just want to greet everybody out there who's watching this on LinkedIn. So hopefully we're already friends or connections on LinkedIn, all right? So that you can view this. But just in case you don't have a LinkedIn account yet, this is also going live or being shown to you simultaneously on my YouTube channel. So just go to YouTube and look up Mentor Myron Santana, or you may also type in the address www.youtube.com/Mentor Myron Santana. And we can monitor your live comments, all right? So if you want to take part in our discussion or ask our guest resource person questions, or you yourself have knowledge of your own regarding financial literacy, financial education, or financial empowerment, go ahead and leave your comments in the chat box or in the comment section on LinkedIn and on YouTube. And once you guys comment, we're going to see them right away. All right. Just like this one, there's a comment here. Let me go ahead and show this now. So there's a comment from Angela Gomez that says, "Good afternoon, mentor." Good afternoon to you too, Angela, wherever you are. But if you can share where you're from, like the place you are watching this at, please go ahead. And if you're also watching from abroad, we would also like to know which part of the world you're in, okay? So you are watching LinkedIn Inspiration, your weekly dose of inspiration, motivation, and excellence. So let me go ahead and, there's another comment here from, I think this is family, right? Like a word play between family and fame. I'm just assuming though, right? It's family vlogs. Good afternoon, mentor. Good afternoon to you as well. And then we also have a comment here from Maria Loresco saying, "Another worth sharing video." Thank you. Thank you for considering it as such. And we would greatly appreciate if you could really, spread this everywhere around. All right. So let me go ahead and introduce to you our guest resource person. I'm not going to reveal so much. Because I would like this person to tell us more about herself and her experience, of course, her success story, her advocacy, or her expert topic, which is financial education. All right. But let me just go ahead and show to you our poster. All right. There you go. So that's our poster. So our guest resource person, all right, is the Executive Marketing Director of the International Marketing Group. Here in the country, Philippines, it's more popularly known as IMG. So we would have our guest resource person tell us about what this organization is, what they do, what their advocacy is, okay? She's also a professionally certified associate financial planner. So what is an associate financial planner? Let's also ask her about it. All right. And she's a registered financial planner here in the Philippines, okay, done so by RFP Philippines, okay. And the best part of her intro that I'm really very proud of is that she is now the newly elected 2022 term Vice President of the Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers Incorporated, or in short, PACT. This is a professional community network alliance organization advocacy group for all aspiring, new, and even seasoned or veteran trainers, consultants, speakers, coaches, and facilitators in the Philippines. So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce to you Coach Haydee Aunzo. There you have it. Hey, Coach. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mentor Myron. Thank you for the opportunity for inviting me to be your guest today.
You're welcome, but the gratitude is actually mine, all right? If you say thank you to me, twice is back to you, because I know how busy you are as a person with your advocacy, etc., Coach Haydee, but you still devoted a time, just 1 hour of your precious time today for me and for the show. And of course, for all our viewers out there who want to learn about your life story and, of course, financial education. By the way, I just couldn't help but notice, Coach Haydee, that you look very bubbly and really radiant today. What's up?
Yeah, thank you for noticing the color that I'm wearing. It is
Yeah.
actually my favorite color today.
Is it pink?
Yeah, it's pink.
It's pink. I see. Uh, what does pink represent nowadays? I already forget what colors mean. So when you say pink, it stands for what usually?
It's um pink stands for love, but
For love.
for in at this moment it also stands for hope. I don't want to be political now, but of course, this represents the color of hope today.
I see. All right, that's good to know. And let me also notice your background. Now we're going to talk about financial education, and we all know when we say green, green really represents not really money, but something like financial freedom, right?
Yeah.
And later on, we're going to talk about that, correct?
Yes, financial freedom and of course greener pasture. As
Greener
we
pasture.
enter the
There you
new
go.
year, we are looking forward to a greener pasture. That's why I choose the green background for today.
That's nice to know, Coach Heidi. Before we set the ball rolling, all right, I just want to acknowledge some comments here. Okay, we ended with Maria Loresco saying another worth sharing video. All right, and let me also show this comment from Make It Viral Videos TV. So all of these comments are from our supporters on YouTube. And he or she said, I really don't know the gender of this person. Love the topic as always. And then there's another comment coming from Black Scott TV. Hello, mentor and Miss Heidi. There you go. Black Scott TV. I'm not sure if his name is Scott or if this is like whiskey brand or something. All right. We also have another comment from Family Vlog saying glad to be here as always. This one is coming from Angela Gomez. Hello, Miss Heidi. Good afternoon. We also have Pinky Lifestyle. Oh, you're talking about pink, right? So this one is like pink lifestyle. So a lifestyle probably of hope and love, as you mentioned earlier. Hello, mentor and Miss Heidi. And there's a follow-up comment from him or her saying, happy to be here. So thank you so much, guys, for our listeners or watchers all over. Actually, if you remember my interview with Coach Arxiba from a different show, the hashtag Myron Coming Advice last night. So we had viewers from Greece, from Kuwait, from Dubai. So I'm pretty sure that a few of these watchers here are also watching from a different country. All right. So thank you so much, and you're all welcome here. As mentioned, if you would have any question for Coach Heidi and our discussion, just feel free to type in your comments in the comment section down below. Okay, so let's get this started, Coach Heidi. So as mentioned earlier, this is about LinkedIn inspiration, right? Our weekly dose of inspiration and motivation. And we want to be inspired by your life story. So, Coach Haydee, could you please, tell us something about yourself, how you started, what your humble beginnings were, and what your journey was like or has been like? Go ahead, please.
Yes, Mentor Myron. So to start with, I graduated as an industrial engineer. So my career started from that. I started as an industrial engineer in a manufacturing company.
Manufacturing.
And yeah, I started an industrial engineer, and I was honed there to manage a group of quality assurance trainers. So I work with a lot of sewers, and that's where I develop my people skills. I started in a garment factory where I was promoted as a supervisor, and eventually uh, step out and go to a semiconductor company. My line of inspiration and experience is more on managing people. When I
Managing.
work in a semiconductor company, of course, as I've said, I started as a supervisor, working with people, managing the skill set that they already have, and of course, this deals with a lot of challenges, and I it doesn't come easy for me as a beginner, because I don't have very good experience yet in the semiconductor company then. But through the help of a lot of mentors, I was able to go through with that experience. I was given challenges, and I was able to pass through all those challenges because of hard work, perseverance, and a lot of coaching from my previous mentors.
There you go, Coach Heidi. I actually have a lot of follow up questions regarding your introductory statements. Number one, industrial engineer. So you graduated with that degree. For those who don't know yet, how is an industrial engineer different from other engineers? What exactly is an industrial engineer?
An industrial engineer manages operation. It usually takes care of the the things that you do in the line, in the production line.
Mm.
For example, you break down the task that is being done by an operator of a machine to know if they are doing the task well. They You will learn if this task can be more moderated, or if you can control or the parameters that is being given to it. For example, it usually takes you for an hour to sew a piece of t-shirt, but
Yeah.
upon analyzing the process, it can be done in just 45 minutes by eliminating some of the processes. Usually, this is what an industrial engineer do by doing time studies on the operation and streamlining the the processes.
I see. So it appears or sounds to me that an industrial engineer simplifies things, facilitates the implementation of processes, correct?
Yes, it
I
is.
see. And you know what, Coach Heidi, you also mentioned, your introduction earlier was highlighted by I got promoted. So it seems to me that you're a person of excellence. Well, we're talking about your weekly dose of excellence, right? So for all of those rank and file friends of ours who one of their dreams or aspirations would be to get promoted, to get higher and higher up the corporate ladder. So what does it take to get promoted? The way you experience what are the keys to success for getting promoted?
For example, you are starting a new job. Of course, you don't know yet everything that you do, and the things that you need to do for you to go up to the ladder of increasing efficiency is to go down and learn the process. You need to know the details of what you're doing, and you need to partner to somebody um, who is already known to do the job. And of course, the best important learnings that I have when I was still starting is to get a mentor, to get a coach that will give you a dose of inspiration every day that will lead you to success.
Like right now, you are this at this very moment our coach, our mentor, right? Coach Heidi, so I want to ask this question on behalf of our viewers, right? So you mentioned that before you can go up, you need to be to specialize in or be really very good at the current level you're working, right? So does that mean you have to be the best so that you can get the attention of the one who's going to promote you, or not necessarily?
It's two things. It's being the best and working hard to be the best. Sometimes to start, like what I've said, you don't know yet the things that you are doing, but you can learn the things that you will be doing if you start reading, partnering, and getting a coach. It
Very
doesn't
good.
necessarily be that you need to be the best.
So there you go, guys. So you heard it from Coach Heidi that, all right, if you want to get promoted, although it's very significant for you to really be very good at what you are doing and to learn everything you need to know, right? It's not necessary that you really have to be the very best. Because I hope you agree with me on this, Coach Heidi, that there are some people who become leaders or managers, right? That they were not really the number one at the previous level when they were still non-supervisors or non-managers, right? It's just that the decision makers saw potential that they can be really very great leaders because they have, as you mentioned earlier, people management skills, right?
Yes,
But Coach
Coach
Heidi,
Myron.
all right. Can I learn all the job? I mean, do I really have to be very good in supervising people? That when I get promoted, that I really need to prove myself to the boss I deserve to be promoted? Or is it okay to make mistakes and learn on the job to improve your supervisory or leadership and management skills?
In my case, it's more powerful to learn on the job. It doesn't necessarily mean that the boss like you at once, because you need to prove yourself. You need to show that you are hardworking, you are learning a lot about your job, and you are doing your best to work around with the people in the job. It's very important that you work with people on the job, because this is a way to success. Otherwise, if you are good at your job but you don't work well with the people that you work with, nothing will be achieved.
That's correct. I agree. Let me just repeat what you said. So, what I personally learned from Coach Heidi would be number one, would be passionate about learning, learning something new, learning something different, learning something unique or additional, right? Second would be you can't be a good leader if you cannot work well with other people. Correct, Coach Heidi? That's what you said, right? Yeah, it makes perfect sense because when you become a supervisor, at least, or manager, senior manager, even higher, right? You're gonna deal with people. So if you can't have a harmonious relationship with the very same people you're gonna lead, then maybe you're very good at creating the results. But if we ask those people if they like working for you or with you, or you're being a an ideal boss for them, maybe they would say otherwise, right?
Yes, you are correct, Coach Myron. It's better to work with people who will work with you towards your success, rather working alone and be with just one person who will pull you down.
That's right. And another thing I've learned here is that if you want to get promoted like Coach Heidi, experience her early successes, right? Want to be a supervisor or manager even higher, you need to build your reputation as early as the rank and file level. Is that right, Coach Heidi?
Yes, you need to build your credibility by working so hard to learn the job that you are assigned for. because otherwise, if you do not get the content expertise of that job, there's no way that you will get promoted. It's not being the favorite of the boss. It's always the skills that you have for that job.
That's correct, Coach Heidi. Now, this is another equally interesting part. We're looking at you right now. And Coach Heidi, you don't look somebody who's already retired. Of course, you're still very young, right? So I want to ask, at what point in your corporate life did you finally decide, okay, I think I'm going to retire early? And from being an employee, I'm now going to check out what lies out there in the world of business or in the world of what you are currently doing, which we're going to talk about later on, financial literacy or financial education advisory, right? So, what, if you don't mind me asking, what year was that? Or after how many years as an employee did you finally decide to go out on your own?
Actually, in year 2009, I was forcibly retired at age 38 because
What do you mean by the forcibly retired?
the company that I was working with ceases its operation in the Philippines to
Oh,
transfer to China and Vietnam.
I
So
see.
I've been working there for 12 years. And of course, 6,000 of us employees in that company was forcibly retired, separated
Okay.
from the company.
So
And
if you were involuntarily separated and you didn't, like leave the company uh, intentionally, then why is it that instead of going for looking for another job with another company, why did you decide to? No, I'm gonna do business instead.
initially, I thought of going with the company to with our company who will transfer to Vietnam. But
So
looking
there
at
was an offer back then.
yeah, but
I see.
looking at the opportunities that I have in the Philippines, I chooses to stay because, of course, I already have the family to take care of. I already have the two children and the husband to take care of, and the choice is between a career or a family life. And because there was a significance, there was a significant separation fare uh, pay that will be coming from the company, I chooses to stay and put up a business in the Philippines. It started with a farm and a canteen in our house so that I will be with my two children to take care of. But then the business, putting up a business in the Philippines is not so easy.
I
So
agree.
I think twice and look for another opportunity. And that's where I met IMG.
I
IMG
agree.
International Marketing Group, where I now belong.
There you go. All right, that's a good segue to the second part before we go on a commercial break. You mentioning or already referring to IMG. So here's a question: who is IMG, International Marketing Group, as I introduced right earlier, right? So who is IMG, and why, of all organizations that probably offered you an opportunity after your employment life, right? Why did you go with IMG? Go ahead,
Yes.
please.
Thank you for asking that question, Mentor Myron. When I was still working, I thought that my career will never end. I'm receiving a good salary. I am working so hard. But I realized that there's a lot of things that I miss while working. I miss my family, a lot of things that I really miss, and it end up that I still don't have savings before then. And when I attended one seminar where I was invited in IMG, this becomes an eye opener to me. I realized that a lot of things that I do in the past was not really good, and I am not building my future right. So I have decided that I think this is the company where will I really establish my future with my family.
All right.
And
So,
this is
Coach, if you still remember when you were sitting in that seminar where you were invited by this friend of yours, what were the key realizations that that seminar communicated to you that made you think or decide, not just think, but decide, okay, this is the right org? Do you
one of
still
the
remember?
things that I have decided, that I have realized when I was attending that seminar, is when the speaker told me that, how long have you been working, and what are the things that you have saved and invest for working that long. And I realized
I can
that,
say you must have been caught off guard when those questions were asked, right?
yeah, the speaker was asking those questions, and I was mesmerized with the things that he enumerated. Of course, I was working for 12 years in the corporate, and
Mhm.
I was having this salary. And if you computed that salary, where did my money go?
Yeah.
Then it is an eye opener for me that, oh, this must be something that I really need to look at. This must be something that will teach me some lesson to move on, and move forward to another aspect in my life which I neglect in the past.
There you go. That's really very interesting. But you know what, Coach? I'm pretty sure that when you started with IMG, I'm pretty sure you didn't hit the jackpot right away, right? Like you were just doing the org and that you hit it right away. For sure, you had your own challenges in the beginning when you were trying to make results, right? So I hope you don't mind sharing those trials in the beginning and the sharing with us how you overcame them.
uh, the first thing that I need to deal with is myself. Of course, I was not used to saving and investing. I was used to spending. That's what I used to do when I was still working. I used to do shopping after a day's work. I used to go with my barkada, drink a lot of coffee in a coffee shop. And this made me realize that, looking back, I need to sit down and check on the spending that I am doing. What did I've done wrong that
Hmm.
make me realize, oh, something is wrong with my lifestyle.
I see. All right. You know what? That's really very interesting. I personally, I'm pretty sure that I can answer on behalf of our viewers out there. I personally, all right, am very interested in knowing about this advocacy of IMG, financial literacy, financial education, financial empowerment. I'm the host here, but I personally, Coach Heidi, could you please, enlighten me about how we can, number one, save, number two, invest, and number three, grow our hard-earned money so that we can have a brighter future. All right, so we're gonna talk more about that when we come back, and we're just gonna take a very quick break. So please stay where you are. Don't leave. Stay put instead of leaving. All right. We would like you guys to share this because we are learning a lot of wisdom from Coach Heidi, really. So you don't want to miss out on all of these things. Okay. So we will be right back after this commercial break. Linked Inspiration, your weekly dose of inspiration, motivation, and excellence is brought to us all by MSS Business Solutions, guiding you to success, the leader in soft skills entertainment and development in the Philippines. CPCP, Certified Professional Corporate Trainer. Let's make training your business. Thought Leaders Philippines, your go-to company for the country's best professional corporate trainers, speakers, consultants, coaches, and facilitators. Santa Ana Woodworking. Let's make your dream come true. Miracle Maya's quality homemade gourmet to your place. Affordably good. MNB Online Shop. Everything you're looking for is here. And Protective Solutions Philippines. Let's keep you protected, safe, and away from harm as we all battle this ongoing pandemic. Thank you for supporting Linked Inspiration, your weekly dose of inspiration, motivation, and excellence by mentor Myron Santa Ana. All right, and we're back. Once again, guys, you're watching episode 4 of season 1 of Linked Inspiration, your weekly dose of inspiration, motivation, and excellence with yours truly, mentor Myron Santana, and our lovely resource person for this episode, Coach Haydee Aunzo. All right, back to you, Coach Haydee. We're talking about your affiliation with IMG and how it opened a lot of opportunities for you. It helped you realize a lot of things about, taking good care of our money, our hard-earned money, and not only taking good care of it, but making sure that it really goes places where there's a really big and significant return on investment, right? So from this point onwards, Coach Haydee, could you please enlighten us on everything we need to know about financial education? Go ahead.
Yes, Mentor Myron, before that, I would like to leave you the things why I would like to share financial literacy. Of
Awesome.
course,
Go ahead.
yeah. Of course, what are the reasons that I would like to share this? Statistics shows that senior citizens today, 40% of them relied on their children. 30% of them are still working. 20% relied on their pension. 8% relied on charity, and only 2% are financially independent. So those are the reason why we need to invest today for our future. Of course, we would like to make sure that the people who are working today would not just rely on their salary.
Their salary, yeah.
They cannot depend on the government pension, which is SSS or GSIS. It might not be enough for them during their retirement years.
Correct.
They cannot rely on their children, because our children is now our pension, is now our retirement fund. And of course, there is an inflation to beat. Inflation today is at 4.6%. And if your money is just in the bank, which is giving you 0.25% on savings, then you're losing money every day. And for example, you want to retire at age 60 and you want to live until age 80. How can you survive 20 years without a salary if you will?
Hopefully, we both last that long, right, Coach Haydee? Reaching 80 or more, right?
Yeah, we all hope to reach that age. But of course, even if we don't know yet, we would like to prepare. Even if we live too long or die too soon, we need to prepare for both scenario.
That's correct, Coach Haydee. So, Coach Haydee, you mentioned that. All right. You know what? To become financially more wise nowadays, it's not sufficient that we leave our money, savings that is in the bank, right? So, where else? Maybe not totally removing the benefits we get from having it in the bank, but where else can we bring our money to?
Yeah, we don't have anything against the bank. Of
Of
course,
course, yeah,
our emergency fund, our business fund should be in the bank where it
in the
is
banks. Yes.
accessible to get. But sometimes the money that we have is for different intention. It is for the preparation of the education of our children. It is our future, for our future retirement. It is intended for our future dreams, like a brand new car, a house. So this means that the money that we save, if we put in the bank, will not grow. So where will we put our money? We should put our money in an investment vehicle that will grow more so that we can achieve our dreams more. And one of our recommendation for that, of course, is mutual funds, stocks. And
All right. Those sound like big terms. All right. So, Coach Heidi, what exactly are mutual funds and stocks? Are they the same or are they different things?
they are different things. But of course, this would take a lengthy conversation if we discuss mutual funds and stocks here. We
I
have a
see. So,
separate
very
seminar.
briefly, Coach Heidi, for our viewers out there who want to learn about these investment vehicles, all right, as really very effective options for bringing our money to. So, very briefly, like in simplified terms, what is a mutual fund and what is a stock?
A mutual fund is a money where you grow your savings that will give you at least more than what can bank can give you. It can grow as much as 4%, 8%, and 12% because it is invested in blue chip companies, not
Yeah.
just one, but at least ten companies. And while stock investment is more of direct investment in a blue chip company where it is more risky, where you need more education and effort to monitor the movements of the market.
I
But
see.
of course, we don't encourage everyone to deal directly on this investment. In IMG, what we teach people is to make sure that before they go investment,
Mm,
they need to know first what solid financial foundation is all about. Solid financial foundation is to know if are you getting enough money today to do your investment, and if you have enough money today, are you already secured with your long-term and short-term health care? Because if
mm,
you live in the Philippines, getting sick is very expensive. Do you have protection? Today we have COVID, and we know a lot of people who died because of COVID. And if you have a family who relied on you and you don't have protection, of course, it's going to take care of the needs of your family. Then, of course, we need to eliminate our debts. A lot of people live on debts. And if you are living on debts, that's one way to kill your savings
right.
because interest rate is very high. And instead of saving that money, it goes to interest.
Correct.
And
And the
of course,
reality about debts, Coach Heidi, is that it's like you're
there's
solving
no
a
such
problem with
thing
another
as
problem, right?
emergency fund. We know that during this pandemic, a lot of people lost their job, and losing a job means your family not eating three times a day if you don't have emergency fund. And we teach people to make sure that they have at least 3 to 6 months of their living expense as an emergency fund so that anything goes wrong, they still have money to sustain their needs. And if we satisfy all this investment, that's the only time that we plunge into investment, which I mentioned earlier, the mutual fund and the stocks. So in IMG, we don't teach people to dive
Yeah.
directly on investment. They need
Dive
to
in
make
and
sure
drown,
that
right?
they already build their solid financial foundation before doing that, because Without the proper foundation, if you only have investment and you don't build it right, like building a house with strong foundation, you will be eradicating all what you have invested in the future, just to make sure that you take care of your health.
All right, there.
That's
So
it, Mentor Myron.
there you go. So,
If I
Coach Heidi, I
answered
just want to
your
check if you can still hear me. Okay, can you still hear me, Coach Heidi? Am I still clear? Am I still clear, Coach Heidi? It seems that I'm not audible anymore. Am I still clear? Can you still hear
yeah,
me?
yeah,
All right, there, yeah. Because I noticed that earlier when I was like sharing side comments or follow throughs, like you were not as responsive. So I figured out right away that I was not being heard. Anyways, Coach Heidi, so that's really very helpful what you said just now, all right? So my follow-up question for that is, what if Coach Heidi, based on your criteria, on those things you enumerated, then I don't have a solid financial foundation yet to be able to take advantage of these investment vehicles. So, does IMG have any assistance or intervention whatsoever so that they can get that financial foundation?
yes. The assistance that we have for all those people that we met that does not have yet the foundation that we are getting is, of course, financial education. Financial education is the key for you to learn all these things, because I myself, I graduated as an engineer. I work as an industrial engineer and an operations manager, but these things was not taught in a workplace or in school, and only learned this in IMG.
Right. And you're right about that, Coach Heidi, right? Like, no matter how big your salary is, if you are not financially literate, then we always say, nasa huli ang pagsisisi. Regrets are always in the end. If you're asked that very same question you were asking that seminar again, how's your money? Where did they all go? I can't tell. I can't explain. All I can say is that they all went to my family needs, right? But the thing is, because you don't have money left anymore now, then how is your future going to look like? So that's exactly what you guys advocate for, right?
Yeah, it's not the money that you receive, but the money that you save. It will always boils down with how much money have you saved for your future. It will always count. If you don't save your money today, your money will not save you in your future needs.
Exactly. Now, financial education. Where can our viewers start? Like little basic fundamental things that they can do so that they can little by little establish this solid financial foundation, Coach Heidi.
Yeah. Starting this year, of course, the new year is coming, and a lot of people is bringing a lot of New Year's resolution in their table, and one of which is to make sure that they will save and invest this year. And of course, it doesn't come simply with just dreaming. We need to make sure that there's a concrete big why on why are you doing this. In our organization, we also thought of coming up with the dream board of looking forward on the things that you would like to accomplish for this year. So, what are the things that you would like to buy, to save, and the goal that you would like to achieve? So, a dream board is being made um, early part of the year to make sure that you look forward to the things that you want to have. And most of us wants to save and invest. So my suggestion is for you to first live simply. It's important to live simply, because you cannot go beyond what you are receiving. For
Yeah.
example, you are receiving 20,000 pesos as your salary today. You cannot spend 25,000 pesos,
Yeah.
because otherwise, where will you get the 5,000. You will be getting that from your credit card. So if you live on that cycle continuously, you will not be able to save. Yeah,
That's
and
one of the best piece of advice I've heard from anyone. All right, it's coming from you particularly, Coach Haydee. Thank you so much. So live simply, ladies and gentlemen. Just live within your means and capability. Just like what Coach Haydee said, if you're only earning this much, don't spend as if you're earning much more beyond that, because you're really gonna have a hard time along the way, right, Coach Haydee?
yeah, of course. And you need to get a coach. A lot of things is being taught by a coach. For example, I don't realize that I am not doing the right thing in terms of saving and investing, because I'm getting my salary 15-30, and I am providing for our family. But then when I attend a seminar and work with a coach, I realize all the things that I've been done in the past was all wrong, and this things has been corrected when I attended the seminar. I continuously sit down with a coach to give me inspiration and suggestion on how to make sure that I prepare for my future.
There you go. Fantastic advice from Coach Haydee. All right, before we continue with our next questions, ladies and gentlemen, please, I encourage you to ask Coach Haydee questions, right? To comment down below if you have any comment or remarks regarding what we are talking about right here. Okay, and once again, guys, we still have 12 minutes or so. You can still share this on Facebook, share this on LinkedIn, share this on all the rest of the social media or networking websites or accounts, because what we are getting from Coach Haydee right now is wisdom, is wealth itself, financial wealth. All right, financial wealth that's really priceless. Correct, Coach Haydee? So,
Yes,
Coach Haydee,
yeah.
of course, we're in the new normal scenario, right? There's still an ongoing pandemic. So, personally, I am curious, what are the things that we need to look out for, prepare for, or protect ourselves from or against that are still within the concept of financial education or literacy? Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah. A lot of people nowadays told me that it is very expensive to live on a pandemic. On a different perspective, it
True.
should be another way around. They said that to take care of their mental health, the more that they spend on instead of eating out, they order food from the delivery. But my suggestion is, instead of doing that, it can also take care of your mental health if you save and invest by just cooking a home cooked food to make sure that it is healthy. You can just Google um, in YouTube your favorite dishes that can be ordered from the fast food. It is all there. So it saves you money. It gives you an inspiration to make sure that your family is healthy, and you acquire a new skills in cooking. Sometimes people told me that because they cannot go to the mall, they do online shopping, and it is very difficult because if you get engaged in online shopping, it is very addicting.
It
So
is. It is. Yes.
yes, it's it
The
will
11, 11, 12, 12, etc. Right?
it will initially take care of your mental health while you're doing the shopping. But after that, if you would look at the bills on your credit card or the balance of your bank book, then it will give you more stress and
Yeah.
more mental stress.
So
So
right
I
now
would
you may be
suggest,
mentally satisfied, but financial satisfaction wise, you're not. So then it takes its toll back on your mental health. Then at first you think you're mentally healthy, but then in the end, you're not, right?
Yeah. So those are the things that we need to look out for since it's still pandemic. We thought we are all out in the woods, but we are not. We are back in lockdown. And if the things that you've been doing in the past 2 years when we are locked down goes on and on, then going out in this pandemic will give you more debts, will not
That's
give
right.
you satisfaction on things that you would like to achieve in terms of saving and investing for this year. So at
Correct.
that point, to know more on how you can save and invest, probably I would like to invite you for an online seminar or for a one-on-one in that case, because these are the things that we really can teach you during the seminar. These are the things that changed my life. And of course, I'm sure that this is also the things that would change your perception on how to make use of your hard earned money.
Correct. And Coach Heidi, I recall your tip earlier. Get a coach, a financial coach to be particular, right? So you don't have to worry about that, guys, because she's already here. Your financial coach, right, Coach Heidi. So this is one of the things that we offer here would be assistance, right? Like right now we're talking about financial education. So if you want to get in touch with Coach Heidi later on, I'm gonna give her the chance and you also the opportunity, okay, to get a hold of her, get in touch with her contact information, right? So really, Coach Heidi, the key is to be practical. This new normal, right?
Yeah,
And
be practical.
that's right. It's like we're saying more money, fewer problems. But right, if we have fewer money problems, all right, we would also have very few issues or challenges, right? So it really goes both ways, right? So as you expand your financial resources, you also have to avoid all of those addictive squandering activities that will just waste your hard-earned money, right? Like nowadays, because there's an ongoing pandemic, businesses are closing here and there. Some businesses are still open, but they're still very challenged with their income and cash flow, right? You really have to be very protective of what you have, right? Until you regret when it's already gone, right? That's correct, Coach Heidi. Okay, so guys, we still have 5 minutes left or 6 minutes left. Once again, this is happening on LinkedIn. If we are not friends yet, connect to me on LinkedIn so that you would be able to view our weekly dose of inspiration, motivation, and excellence called LinkedIn Inspiration. And of course, we are showing you this simultaneously on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/mentor Myron Santa Ana. You are watching and listening to Coach Haydee Aunzo, the Executive Marketing Director of International Marketing Group, also the current new Vice President for 2022 of the Philippine Advocates for Consultants and Trainers Incorporated, and a registered financial planner. Your coach on financial education. There you go, Coach Heidi. So, anything else you want to leave with our audience?
Yeah, of course. As I've said, this is a new year for us, and a lot of things are opening as an opportunity, and one of which is to make sure that we will look at our saving and investing opportunity for the year. And if you have not started yet for this year or for the past years, this is your opportunity to start. And I am your coach to guide you in starting your way to your brighter future by starting saving and investing in 2022.
There you go. So, Coach Heidi, I believe this is already the part where you share with us if they would like to get you as a financial coach, or maybe they got more interested in being a part of IMG. So, how can they call you, text you, email you, or how can they if you have social media pages? Go ahead.
Yeah. I have my FB page, Buhay di Kalidad. They can search it in Facebook. And of course, my Facebook is Heidi Peñalosa Unzo. and they can get in touch with me through a personal messages. I can readily be accessible through personal messages, and I can be access to my Facebook pages. Coach
There you
Myron.
go. There you go. And let's also experience the kind of life that Coach Haydee is relishing with her loved ones right now. All right. Financially possessing sound financial foundation, and of course, financially free, financially protected, etc. Financially educated. There you go. And guys, on behalf of Thought Leaders Philippines, the Speakers Bureau arm of MSS Business Solutions, the leader in soft skills entertainment and development, if you want to engage our professional training, speaking, or consulting service on financial education with Coach Haydee as our partner, trainer, speaker, or consultant. So please look at the moving banner below. There you go. And just give us a call. All right. Text us or email us right away. All right. And I can attest to how effective a resource person, as you guys can see and hear now, Coach Haydee is. There you go. All right, Coach Haydee, we only have a couple of minutes left. So before we let you go and let you go back to touching more people's lives about financial empowerment, any last piece of advice for everyone watching?
Yeah. So before I go, I would like to thank Mr. Myron Santa Ana for this opportunity to reach out to all of you who are listening today. And of course, for more information, you can directly get in touch with my Facebook, as I've said. And as he also said, I'm the current vice president of PACT. And if you would like to be a member of that organization, which gives you empowerment to hone your skills as a trainer and speakers, you can reach out for Myron Santa Ana, Mentor Myron Santa Ana, or myself, so we can get you directed to the organization that will lead you to your next career as a future trainer and consultant. Thank you,
There you go.
Myron.
You're welcome, and thank you, guys. Once again, thank you for inspiring us, getting us motivated and all pumped up, and promoting excellence today, Coach Haydee. There you go. Financially empowered, financially educated, financially literate. This is the start of all of those things today. So let's give Coach Haydee Aunzo a very big round of virtual applause. So thank you so much, Coach Haydee. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, Coach.
Thank you, bye. Pahingi na lang ng link.
Sure. This is going to be posted permanently on our LinkedIn account and on YouTube as well. Thank you, Coach Haydee.
Thank you.
Bye. There you go, guys. So we just learned a lot of things about financial education from Coach Haydee. So that's your LinkedIn inspiration for today. But before I say goodbye, I want you guys to look forward to our fifth episode of season 1. And this is something you should also anticipate, because for next week, also Thursday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., we're going to interview a power couple. All right. So just like the story of Coach Haydee, they were employees themselves, and then they decided to put up their own business. And now they're making waves in the talent sourcing or talent acquisition and office resources supply business. So you're going to learn more about this power couple. Yes, when I say couple, they're husband and wife. They're a duo. They're a tandem. And just watch out for our poster, which will be released right after this, within this week. Okay? So that's going to be our next episode. So just like our Coach Haydee's impact on us, so this power couple is also going to inspire us, get us motivated, and promote excellence for our next episode of LinkedIn Inspiration. Once again, guys, this has been Mentor Myron Santa Ana, your corporate entrepreneur and soft skills guru, saying thank you, and I'll see you again next week. Bye.